What's going on? Let's see. Get on TikTok. Okay. Alright. So, now that I'm live, I wanted to just show you guys that I did make my money today um, on here before I start trading on the other account. I did catch some good drops based off of this W before it even showed up on here, so I'm pretty stoked. It's pretty solid. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that I did make my money today. Not quite 1,000, but I'm okay with that. Before I switch over to the just paper trading account for the live purposes. Alright, so here we are on this. I'm gonna go ahead and put a short here just to get an entry if I can get it. Put it at 90 actually. Sorry. I gotta hold my damn phone while I do this. And why am I doing that? So we have this on here. I had noticed this. There's several basically W's in here. We have also Ttm Squeeze showing high pressure, which I think is going to go downward. So I'm okay with this entry. I would even, if I can't get it here, I might just put it down to here where VWAP and the 200 EMA are, which I'll just make it 80, honestly. Get my entry, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then what I'll do is with 80, say I have my exit at 50. And so we're already up a good 40, 50 bucks. And we'll probably fluctuate a little bit around here. But overall, I think that we'll get that. And I will, if I get the opportunity, cop another short there, because if we pop up to there, that'd be nice too. Now, again, why am I doing that? First of all, this harmonics pattern is showing me that's the entry anyway. I've already made some money, like I showed y'all on my other account, my actual account. I already made money off of this W, so I wanted to show you guys how it's playing out. And there's two of them on here at once. And so we're red right now, but again, I actually prefer us to go red and let me get this order here so that I can have two average down a little bit and then maybe even move this up. And then I'll make several $100s, maybe even a couple thousand. Okay, cool. So now I can move it to the bottom, maybe somewhere like right here. 80. It's like 400 bucks. If I can get it. And if it goes up to 10, I'll buy another. I'm feeling pretty confident about puts today, so. Okay, got another one. It's okay. Let's see. Just take this shit off. I'm okay with going red for a little bit. Like I said, I'll just average down until I get a good spot, which would be, let's see, my average is 96, so maybe at 25 I'll do another 2. If I can get it. And if not, I have this here. Let's see if that turns green. If not, we'll see. So far, not too good, but that's okay. Again, I'm usually not very afraid of a trade going against me because I'm pretty good at where I'm going to average down, so I'm going to keep averaging down where necessary until I need to get out, so. And I don't think I'll have to average down too many more times, to be honest with you. If I even have to average down again. So y'all can see it better. But I'll probably just let it go for a couple $100 if it drops down to it. Again, one reason why I'm confident is because of this right here, Ttm Squeeze. Usually we pop up before we drop really hard, and this squeeze hasn't necessarily popped out yet, so we'll see how it works out. I could be wrong, right? Like this could end up not going in my favor, but then I'll just average down until I get, like say this keeps happening, right? I'll average down until I get one of these, and that's when I'll get out. So, and that's how I managed to not take losses on most of my trades, is by having strategic average down points. So like once I start seeing this, which is kind of what we're seeing here a little bit, that's where you start averaging down more and more. So I have one kind of at 25 here. I probably should do it at 20, honestly. Let's do it at 20. Yeah, I would have just gotten that, actually. Almost. There we go. Boom. Immediately flipped. And now we're up $80. Come on. Wants to give it to me. Huh. 100 and something. 150. It keeps trying to give me some. Let's see. Let's see. I'll take that. I just don't want to press the X and it pops up and goes red on me, so. Jeez. There we go. Okay. Got my sell. Let's see how much it was. 185. And y'all saw that thing was down pretty bad at one point, so I'm happy about it. Like I said, I was confident, wasn't tripping. Probably do another here. Always start off with 1, not 2, and you build up if you need to. And so if you notice, this is kind of building into an M here, which should drive us up for another W, which is what I'm kind of hoping for them to drop. Let's see what everybody's saying here right now. Saying QQQ right now is choppy. But see, got everybody on them W's. Got my entry. Take my exit at 95. If I get it, let's see, I got that. So if it goes to 20, I'll average down there. Oh, nope, okay. So I just got another $100. So y'all just saw me in the last 10 minutes make $285, right? So now, let's put this at 05. Hope to get that entry, because that would be even better. And if y'all have any questions, please ask, or, I mean, obviously if you're trading futures, you can just follow along if you want. These are all trades that I would do on my regular account as well, but as I showed y'all at the beginning, this is my paper trading account, but as I showed y'all at the beginning of the stream, I already made $800 today, so I'm not really trying to overtrade on my account right now. So I'm just on my paper trading account on here streaming for you, showing you guys some entries and exits, etc., blah blah blah. And let's see, so I got that. Alright. And if it goes to 20, I'll average down one time there. Nothing new. Okay. So yeah, that's why I come on here, is to kind of show you how I'd like to trade, but when I am trading on my account, I just don't want to not be able to answer questions, because I'm super high focused on what I'm doing while it's my money. So this way it allows me to look away from it and not really care. Oh, let me get off Wi-Fi. This kind of allows me not to care so much about what's going on my screen versus what you guys are asking or saying on here, so that I can answer your questions and stuff. And again, on average per trade, I'm looking for around $20 to $100 like profit. Every so often, I'll make more than that because I have multiple contracts, but usually I'm looking for about a $5 move, so like a $3 to $5 move, give or take. And if it's been really going against me, it'll just be a couple of dollar move, which is why I'll say like, oh, I'll take even up to just as little as $20. $1 move is $20, so I'll just be like, fuck it, I'm tired of this thing moving against me, I'll take it. So we keep getting really close to being green. There we go. I'll probably just exit this out. Let's go. Oh, I was too slow. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, fuck you. Okay, cool. That was supposed to exit out everything whenever I press X. So that's kind of funny that it ended up buying that. And I ended up getting lucky, but my trade that I wanted made $45, so this was the last trade, 100. And then the trade that I didn't want to go through actually made me $40, so that was pretty funny. So far tonight we've made 185, 285, let's see, 90, 300, 320, 360. So we've already made 360. Just being on here for what, maybe 20 minutes? I don't know. Let me see how long the stream says on Twitch. 15 minutes. Been on here 15 minutes, 16 minutes. And by now I would actually just be done with the evening, and then I would wait for tomorrow. Probably I usually try and make about $300 to $500 a session, if that makes sense. So in the evening I try and make $300 to $500, and then in the morning during the actual market I try and make another $300 to $500, and that's how I manage to make $1,000 a day. And this is kind of the time where you should start asking questions if you have any. Like, what is that? Or how do I, blah, 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 whatever it is that you might have. And hello to you guys. Appreciate y'all joining. The 6 of you in here. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. This time frame, remember that we are, first of all, we're trading futures, right? So we're on the 1 minute time frame, okay? But if we were trading, say, QQQ or SPY, we would be on the 15, one of these 3 minute time frames, or even one of these 2, okay? And for those of you that actually see the live, I should show you. So we're on the 1 minute time frame trading in Q. But if we were trading QQQ or SPY or a regular stock, we would be in one of these 3 time frames for day trading, or these time frames for like swings, basically. How do you learn how to do this? So one, you can obviously go to my page and just start go through all my videos. I know I have a lot, but if you scroll all the way down and you just start from my first videos and you just kind of go through them and you soak in the knowledge, it kind of starts you from step 1 and the things that I've added in and everything like that. So you can master it step by step. Also, you could, if you want, I'm not saying you have to do it, but you could join the Discord that I have, right? You could join the Discord group, which the link is in my bio. You can email me for one-on-ones if you want, which also is in my bio. And we can go over this for an hour at a time, and until you get it. Whatever it is that you may need. If you have simple questions, just email me. That if you don't need a one-on-one, but if you need to learn from scratch, I recommend maybe a one-on-one, or starting with the videos, trying to soak up as much as you can, then do a one-on-one or something like that. I've been trading for on and off about 5 to 10 years, but religiously, in terms of seriously, about 3 to 5 years. NC, what did you mean by NC? Sorry, I didn't mean to skip you. It happened to be. How much is a one-on-one? I do for an hour. You can do them 30 minutes sessions, or you can do a full hour, but I do $60 for the hour. Most people charge $200, $250, something ridiculous. I'm not trying to do anything like that. Just trying to compensate a little bit of my time, and also weed out people who aren't serious, right? There's a lot of people who say they're serious, and then they come to do the one-on-one, they're on their phone, or whatever. This at least helps me okay, well, I didn't waste my time with that person, I guess. So as you can see, I didn't get my next entry. We just kept falling, which is fine. I think that this might be creating some type of M that may allow me to get my entry, which is alright with me. I might put this down to 05 though, so we'll do that. And just so you know, if you are thinking about having a one-on-one, I've had multiple one-on-ones with people from TikTok, like probably over 15 now, 20 maybe, and all of them, I mean, I have a plethora of thank you emails saying, you know, hey, I really appreciate it. It was a good one-on-one. I started using it, and within a week, I started making money because I understand it. So, you know, sometimes people need that extra. What do you want to call it? You know, face-to-face explanation, questions answered, etc. Can you go over the indicators on your chart? Sure thing. So the one that you're seeing, this is where is it? Oh, this one right here. Auto harmonic patterns V2. Once you got that, you're gonna go to it over yonder, and you're gonna go to the settings, and you're gonna scroll all the way to where it says classic patterns and anti-patterns, and you're gonna want to only have these things checked. Now, if I were you, I would take a screenshot of my screen right now because I'm not going to leave this on very long. So I'll give you about 10 seconds. 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. All right, cool. And so that one, I have something called volume candles. Really simple, just type in volume candle. AAVP, this is volume profile. If you type in volume profile, it's literally, I mean, like I don't even think like it, just volume profile. Session volume profile, boom. Click that, and that's it. So you can start as well, I should probably start. And what that is doing, so let's show it on QQQ. It'd be a lot easier because it'll show it for the day. So what that's doing is it's showing you where the pressure is. So like green is I mean, blue is going to be like your call or your long pressure. The orangish yellow is going to be your put or bearish pressure. And obviously you can tell what your, like, what's highest where. So this is kind of pretty even, but it looks like the bearish is winning, which is why every time we seem to approach it, we've been dying. But if we get above it, it looks like the bullish starts getting pretty strong, right? And that's why we're able to kind of get up to around here and then start coming back down. And it looks like QQQ has formed a massive W, so this bearish pressure will probably take over in power hour, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what this does. This red line here is what's called your point of interest or point of contact, and as you notice, a lot of mumbo jumbo, rejections, big breakthrough. So this could be an area of interest for you. Okay, I didn't change any of the settings for this, so don't worry about that. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go back to here. Now we got our alligator. You can type in Williams alligator. Okay. Go ahead and put this at 95. And once you put in Williams alligator, you're gonna go to the settings. Go to inputs. 9, this becomes your 9 EMA, 21, this becomes your 21 EMA, 200 becomes your 200 EMA, and the only thing you're going to change is this to 4. Go ahead and take your screenshot. You got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And so the way these work is like this. So this thick pink line is my 9 EMA. This thick white one is my 21, and this thick purple one is my 200. So the 200 EMA, as you can tell, acts as a major resistance bounce breakthrough area. Okay. Right. Okay. Pretty simple. Let's see. I got my entry. I'll go ahead and do my exit here. Okay, I just made another $155. So the way you use the 9 and the 21 EMAs are when they cross below each other. So when the 9 crosses below the 21, it signals puts. When it crosses above, it signals calls. Okay, it's pretty simple. Pretty self-explanatory. And then we got VWAP here. VWAP is over yonder. Okay, it's over here, down here, boom. You anchor it to the first of the session. So for NQ, that's 5 p.m. every day. If you were doing QQQ, that would be 8:30, 7:30, 9:30, whatever your time zone is when the market's open. You do it there. These are your settings. So for me, I have them different colors, whatever, but basically what you're looking at are your bands are different fib bands. So you have your 618, your 2, and your 3. And this thick yellow line is my actual VWAP, which acts pretty similarly to the 200 EMA. Basically a major breakthrough and bounce area. So when you see the 200 EMA and VWAP sitting on top of each other, usually it means a lot of chop is going to happen there until something breaks really strong one way or the other. These other lines, so if you look, you have 2 blue lines. These are your 618. So this is your positive 618, this is your negative 618. This is your positive 2, this is your negative 2, and this is your negative 3, and your positive 3 is up here. And basically, you'll see this a lot. The stock will break through one or the other, something over here, and it uses these as a range. So if it breaks through one, it'll kind of bounce in the other until it breaks through again, bounces, and then kind of trades through there. So this is a good kind of ranging tool to use. Let's see, ATR versus DTR over here. Okay. That's another ranging tool. It's going to show you like a low range where you opened at today or for the session, an upper range, and where you opened for the week as well. And so it'll give you, again, another range to look out for in areas of interest. So like this 50% line, it gives you a 50% between the lower and a 50% above the higher as well. So you have several ranges that you can use automatically on there. And then you have your Ttm Squeeze Indicator, and this is basically just showing you pressure, for lack of other words. So the gold and the red dots show you pressure. Black is showing depending on where it is. So if it's from red and orange, it's showing you pressure being released a little bit. If it's after a green session, it's showing you pressure being built, because green means no pressure whatsoever. So That's what it means. Will SPY break 360 end of day? I think that to answer two questions in one, Hustler, am I bullish on CPI tomorrow? I'm bullish on CPI during CPI and bearish after. Every time. That's just the trend that we have. Whether it's SPY, QQQ, NQ, it's basically what's been happening. It's just what we've been doing. We push up during CPI, and then after we get absolutely wrecked because people realize that whatever they said is nothing. So like we'll move up. Also be aware that on Friday we have bank earnings, and during bank earnings they're going to probably release some shitty guidance, and banks know everything about everything. So if they release bad earnings or guidance or whatever, the whole market should probably just go into the toilet. So should you keep your calls that you have now? That depends. How far are you down or up? Do you have the ability to average down? If not, probably not. There's a few factors. You have 360, 1014 calls. Ooh. They expire Friday. And today, if we can get another small push up here, I'll say yes. Currently down 9%. That's not too bad. I would hold them probably up to 25% maximum. So if you get down to 25%, let them go. If not, then I would say that that's a healthy range to kind of fluctuate in. You know what I mean? I'd say for now, yes, because we could very well, and I'll show you what I mean by this. Let's look at SPY on the 15-minute. So we've been kind of ranging and bouncing off of this here, which is at 56. So, say we go down another dollar from here, we'll bounce up to around, on average, both times that we bounced up. One time we bounced up to 62, and the second time we bounced up to 59. So average, let's say, 60, you should get right into the money. I say you're pretty solid, but this is the one thing that has me worried. I would let it go depending on where you bought it. I'd probably let it go right around here at 59, like 25, 59, 30. If you can be green there, I would probably let it go in there, because we've had trouble passing this. So if we could potentially start popping up. The only thing that's also worrying me too is we're here right at the open, and if we start free falling here, it's going to be bad, because we're approaching power hour, right? So with power hour, if we start falling, that's the trend for all of power hour. So if you don't have the ability to average down, then I say again, 25% is the maximum loss. You need to cut it there. But until then, you do have potential for a pop up, at least somewhere in here. So, especially on this 15-minute chart. Let's even look on a smaller chart. This is actually a W, and it's already played out pretty much to fruition. So, I would say that this M here, that looks like it's forming here, could very well pop us back up here. It's a small M, but this is already basically hit first, almost second target. So after the second target, it's usually pretty hard to get in there. Oh, and look, so this is saying, this is actually really good. So this is saying that there's a bigger M here and a smaller W here. So what this is saying is this should drop us down to around here and propel us up to here. And that's the first target, which is right there. So you should definitely get that. I do 9. Let's see what 9 is. This one right here? Let's take a look-sees. This one's funky. Let's look at it on the wall. These candles are weird as fuck. There we go. Need it at least on a 15 minute. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look. Well, honestly, I mean, this is in a pretty nice bull flag. I mean, it's kind of in a bearish channel, but bull flag, and it looks like it's kind of broken out of it. Let's see. Let's see. Let me do it this way. Yeah, it looks like it's just starting to break out of it. So, let's see if there's any M's or anything like that that I can use based off of it. Any harmonics patterns, anything like that. I mean, this was an M right here that pushed us up here. So we have 2 levels that we need, which is basically one is where we're at, right? 55-ish right here. We have another level here at 66, 65 that we need to pass. Another level here at around basically every 10 cents you have a level that you need to kind of check. So what is break even? I don't know what break even is for them. Let's see. I mean, technically they're up. Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at it this way. Oh shit, never mind. And this will be telling too, whatever this says. So this said that we had puts. Okay. It already went to fruition. Now we had calls. Oh shit. That's already gone to fruition. So this actually looks like it's forming a W. I would on the day chart, this shit's going down. I don't know about that. And looking at it now on a bigger chart, and this is why you like to zoom out. Looking at it, this thing has been on a trend where it rides this line and then dies. Rides this line and dies. So we're kind of up there on that line, right? Look at it just trend wise. It hits this line for the most part and dies. Now it's had a couple points of flying up and breaking through, but they're, what is this? May 20th and March 20th. So, and those are 2 years apart. So I would say don't really mess with it. I mean, this chart on a daily chart is ridiculous. What the fuck is going on? I mean, and technically overall, let's see, 11. The only thing that makes me bullish on it is the fact that it's energy, right? And energy should go up. That's the only thing that makes me bullish on it. But I wouldn't mess with it, really. This doesn't look good. Oh yeah, I forgot about this little play I had over here. Let's see, did I even get it? I don't know if I did. Okay, yeah, I wasn't in anything. Okay, so let me see. So maybe you should hold your calls and sell them tomorrow morning. Again, like I said a little bit ago, if you hit 25% loss, just go ahead and let them go. But if you Or if you have the ability to average down at that point, I would average down one time and then let them go at maximum to 25% loss again and then let them go. That would be my strategy with it. Okay. How do I think the market will be tomorrow? Most things are flatlining today. Like I said a little bit ago, usually CPI, like right before or slash during CPI, or whenever Fed likes to talk, things pump like crazy. So I could see things going down tonight, fucking around, going down, and then as soon as they come up, things start pumping, things go up, and then maybe for the rest of the day they continue to go up, or even for the rest of the day they start going back down. But during CPI, I can imagine a huge pump. During Fed talk, I can imagine a big pump. So at some point tomorrow, I am envisioning a large pump unless they give us some extremely bad news. But a lot of this red that we've been having this past few days kind of are precursors to what they're going to say, and it's already priced into the market. So no matter what they say, usually we get a pump anyway. BTR ST pump happening today on Coinbase. I have no idea what that is, sir. But I'm happy to hear it. Happy hour is on now. I believe it's CPI tomorrow. Let me see. Yeah, it is CPI tomorrow. What do I think of LSCC as a semiconductor? Just semiconductors in general, without even knowing what LSCC is, I'm pretty bearish on, just because everything going on with like Taiwan, China, anything that needs a semiconductor chip right now, anything that is a semiconductor company is going down just because they're hard to get. Point blank, period. They're really hard to make and get right now. I appreciate the likes and the follows, guys. It means a lot to me. The more that you guys like and share the stream, the more people that it reaches, and hopefully I'm able to help. So I appreciate it. So here, if you just want to look, this is what I was talking about earlier. So what we had earlier, we had a W that played this out, and then we built into another W that played this out. All right. And now we have a super large W. Right? We have a massive W that could drive us all the way down, which is why I'm telling you, hustler, like if you get that 25%, just one time average down and let it go, or just let it go. It does seem like it's at a bottom, and that's why I'm saying be mindful of where you're at loss-wise. Because we have bounced off this area a few times. Let's look at LSCC. Well, overall, it looks like it's actually kind of at a bottom, and it should pop soon. But it is in a cipher, and it has one more target down to, looks like 42-ish. So I would look for this lower ADR, maybe for a bounce here at 46.68. If we don't, then I would be looking for this next target here. And that's kind of where I would start looking for a bounce. But overall, I mean, stock looks fairly healthy. Like when it finds a bottom, it bounces there a few times, then pops up. overall in a downtrend though, um, since 21, like everything else. So it's a healthy stock. Um, just like all tech and semiconductors, like I said, it's healthy, but I I don't know, man. I'm just in general, I'm not bullish on any semiconductor companies right now. But this would, in general, chart shows me it's at a bottom that could potentially pop up. But there's nothing, no catalyst that I think can drive it up. So I personally think that it'll continue down because there's nothing to prop it up. Whereas maybe here there was something to prop it up. Or here, what have you, right? Like there was something to prop it up when we pounced up here, which actually looks like this is when Pelosi was talking about, or when people found out Pelosi was doing that shit with the semiconductors, and she bought a bunch of Nvidia. So that's probably why we popped up. But a healthy bottom looks like 44.50 maybe, and it still has some room to go. It still has a couple dollars to go before it gets there. So I would say anywhere in here, maybe buy some shares and hope for a couple dollar move back up to maybe 45, 47-ish, and then let it go. Um, and it looks like every time it has dividends, it actually has a small pop. This one was small lived, so. I haven't seen any earnings on here though for. Oh, sorry, these aren't even. These are fucking. I'm stupid. These are doji candles. I'm dumb as fuck. Where. I don't see why it's not showing me where their. Oh, here we are. Their last earnings I see is August 2022. They were up, which is actually pretty nice. 5%, 2%. So that, I mean, but that's why they went up, right? And then those people took profits, and we've been in a downtrend since. But yeah, I wouldn't say. I mean, like I said, if I liked a semiconductor company, this would be one that I would probably want to get, and it's actually at pretty good prices. So, I mean, in general, like it trades around 50, $60. You're getting, if you can get it for around 40 to $30, and you plan on holding it for a little while, I think it's actually a pretty decent hold. Yeah. What stocks are on my radar in general, or just like right now because they're going up, or do you mean like what do I just like to buy and hold on to right now? Because we're going down. The whole market's going to go down. We're gonna go into recession. There's no doubt about that. It's just a matter of at what point does everyone stop fighting it and trying to move it up and let it just do what it needs to do so then we can recover, right? That's basically what it is. Um, but in terms of like what I want to buy and hold on to, I can show you that. First of all, QQQ, SPY, AMD, Nvidia. I actually am like long on semiconductors. I'm just bearish short term. So like I'll probably end up buying that company that you mentioned, the LC. What is that? LCS. I can't remember the name. LSCC. There you go. I'll probably end up buying some shares of that for long term. But yeah, like I'm bullish on semiconductors long term because eventually it's going to be needed. Amazon, right? I actually am bullish on this company called MULN long term. They have a really revolutionary battery power system for vehicles, and eventually probably a lot of other EV companies are going to try and use their technology. So I can see them going up pretty heavily. So I've been loading up on some shares of these. Apple, as always, right? As I mentioned, Nvidia. Um, always bullish on gold. Always bullish on gold. Um, Google, Microsoft. Riot and Mara, because they coincide with Bitcoin. So like right now they're low because Bitcoin's low, but Bitcoin will pop up, which will drive Mara and Riot up. So I'm bullish on them long term as well. In terms of crypto, again, Bitcoin obviously bullish on. Have some XRP, I have some as well. Not really huge in terms of crypto. I only have a few, but those are ones that I'm bullish on. Bior is another penny stock that I really like, courtesy of my Discord partner Logan. Let's see. Short term, everything's going down though, so I'm not really worried about that. ChargePoint, I'm actually bullish on long term as well. And like I said, I'll probably be bullish on this LSCC as well. Probably get some of that. But that's kind of like how I play stocks. Is like I play the stocks in terms of shares long term, and then whatever short term is happening, which is going down in my opinion, we're going to continue down. There's nothing really driving us up. Everything is pointing that we're going to go down economically. So I'm going to go out and say that, like, when it comes to futures, when it comes to QQQ, SPY, etc., when I do options, short term, I'm only looking for like bearish setups right now. Like anything that's bullish, I'm not even really playing a bullish setup. Like this M right here wouldn't have played it up at all. This M right here wouldn't have played it up. But I tell you what, this W, I would have played it down. So that's just kind of how I'm looking at it. And yeah, I appreciate it, Tom. Killed Jerry. That's actually a really good one. I haven't seen that one before, so I appreciate that. I've been waiting on the next leg down repeatedly. Like this, when we were moving up, when we were doing all this bull going up, when we were doing all this, I was waiting for this, and I caught almost all these times. I caught all of that. So when we did this, I caught that. I ignored all that. So alright guys, so we made, let's look how much we made together on the stream today. We made 170 plus 40, that's 210, plus 45, that's 255, yeah, 355, 455, plus 45, I'm stupid, 1, 2, 3, you know what, I have a calculator. 40 plus 45 plus 100 plus 185. So we made 540 on the stream together today. And that was like within 30-ish minutes that we did that. And I've been just bullshitting around with you guys for, the last 30, like 20 or 30 minutes and just answering questions and stuff. So I just want to show you guys that this is possible with futures. It's not hard. Just once you get these indicators and you start practicing with them and you get these, that practice in and you start understanding what you're looking at and what you're doing, you can be successful. $500 to $1,000 is absolutely nothing. You can definitely do it. I do funded futures accounts, so I do mine through TopStep. Right here, topstep.com, which goes through Tradeovate. So this was just paper trading because I was done trading on my account for the day. But if you want to look at mine that I was on, I made today I made today eight-ish $100 on my account. So it goes through Tradeovate, okay, and yeah, and then you can connect it to TradingView, and there you go. And then you can trade, right? Like on, if I was on here on NQ, I could then trade NQ here by doing exactly what I was showing y'all earlier. And it looks like we have a little bullish formation pushing this up here. Yeah, it's pretty nice to be able to trade on here. Hi, stocks and crypto, 70K cash. Is this a good start? That's actually an outstanding start, Joey. I would potentially chill out on crypto depending on what kinds of crypto you have. Think of crypto, and I say this a lot to a lot of people, and a lot of crypto fanatics get upset with me, but think of crypto a lot like the dot-com bubble. A lot of people don't understand what it is yet, like how to actually utilize it, how to, what crypto is going to be good for, and how, what utilities are going to be useful with it. So find things that you personally like in terms of like the usability or what they can be done with, you know what I mean, with them, or like NFTs too, right? Like don't just buy something because it looks cool. Buy it because it gives you an experience. Like, Steph Curry has a set of NFTs where if you get them all, you get courtside tickets to all the Warriors games, and you get to like go back and meet him, and every time you resell it, that person gets the same experience, and it's like for as long as you own it, you get that experience. So like there's things like that, right? Those are going to be the things that survive. The Bored Ape shit is not going to survive. Logan Paul is learning that the hard way. He spent $400,000 or $500,000 on 6-7 NFTs, and they're worth $10 a piece now. So things like that. That's some advice I can give you on crypto. Let's see. In terms of stocks, I would say with that 70K you have in cash, keep whatever stocks it is that you own, and I don't know what they are. You're gonna have to either fill me in or Chainlink, Solana, Block, Coinbase, PayPal, Salesforce. Those aren't bad ones. Let's see. And Tom, I'll answer your question in a minute as well. But like whatever it is that you decide that you like that you're owning, if you see it correcting after the recession, what I recommend in this, what I would do in your shoes is what I'm doing. Luke, to answer your question very quick, yes, I really, really prefer, if you're going to get the Top Step account, if you're going to do the funded account, do not get the 50K account. It's too tight of the rules. Get the 100 or the 150K. The 100K is like right in the middle there. But Joey, whatever you decide that you like, that's going to continue to go up, that can continue moving right in the direction that you want after this recession's over. Put key levels. So, for QQQ, let's just use QQQ for example here. If it's me, say I'm buying shares of QQQ, I would have super key levels. So like, maybe I bought some here, maybe I buy some here. So I just recently bought some. Let's say I buy some more around here, right? And it's because I have these key levels that were areas of popping up. And then say the last, couple levels, maybe I have a few more like here, right? And I kind of just pick these levels where we had small pop-ups, and I just keep moving. And these are levels that I like, that I'll continue to buy QQQ shares at in chunks. So don't spend all of your money at once buying the shares, right? Buy them in chunks. Buy them in chunks, because eventually you'll get this. Whew. And then now this average that you have, that maybe since you bought, you started here, but now because you bought all the way down here, now your average is somewhere right here. Now you start getting this, and now look, now you're super green, super green. You can start letting some go whenever you start seeing this start happening and you start seeing that next recession come in. You can let it go and start having key levels again where you buy it. Boom, boom, boom. And that's how like Warren Buffett and stuff, that's how he's successful. Because no matter what happens, all these recessions, all these drops, they always massively recover. So this will, drop down to wherever and then massively recover all the way up to here, $600-700 or whatever, before it drops again, right? Like that's how our market works. So if you have the money, you have the ability to do that, you should do that. But if you need that money for other things, then save your cash until you feel like there's a type of correction coming. Like so, until you see maybe this pop and you start seeing it go above maybe that previous high. So for you, that would be waiting until we go above $400, right? If that was the case. But if you have the ability to continue to buy down on these levels, then do so. Of course, Luke. Of course. But yeah, I if you can afford the 150K Top Step account subscription, I 100% recommend that one, man. It's been beautiful to me ever since I've gotten that one. It's perfect. The $3,000 limit, the fact that you start off with 3 contracts, then you can move up to 5, and then it moves you up to like 7 or 8 or something like that. It's nice. It's real nice. You trade NQ also. What's the first of all, yes, I trade the 1 minute, and the bottom indicator is my Ttm Squeeze. And basically what it's showing you is, first of all, the volume, whatever direction that it's in, and then these dots here are what I call pressure. So red and orange/yellow dots, gold dots, which we'll find some. Let's go back and find some. You can see a few right here. So you see a few right there. Gold and red are the highest pressure. So gold's the extreme list highest pressure. Red is your common high pressure. Then you have black, and then you have green, which is no pressure. So basically, if you see red turning black, that means the pressure's releasing, which then it turned green, which means no more pressure. But if you see green turning black, that means pressure is building. So let's go ahead and see. Oh, Jesus. What happened? So here we had this gold pressure. Gold turned red, so it means it was releasing, released, and then pressure up, boom, released up. So no more pressure, right? So this pressure downwards was going to tap the 200 to bounce us up. Easy peasy. Now you have this pressure, build, release down, build, release down. So you see what's going on there. Just small consolidations. Pressure, go up, go up, go up, and then like basically release extremely hard, right? And then kind of like die out. So that's all you're using it for, is just pressure, like showing you with the rest of your indicators kind of what's going on here. And you'll notice a lot of it coincides with bounces off of the 200 EMA or something like that. So let me see. Can't you technically just shift from QQQ to inverse indexes and just keep writing? Yeah, I do that all the time. So what I always tell people when they first start out trading, and I swear I tell almost everybody this, you should just trade Instead of trading QQQ options, you should be trading TQQQ and SQQQ shares. Buy as many as you can afford with half of your account and each play, and look for like a 0.2% stock move in whichever way that you get in, and then sell it. If you have a cash account, you can do probably like 4 or 5 trades a day, and you can end up growing your account dollar-wise probably several percent, while only securing a 0.2% gain in the stock move. This is how I grew my account starting off. You play with looking at inverted stocks. Yep, this is how you should be doing it with this. Can you show us the direction you draw your fibs in? So the fibs have to do with what direction you think the market's going, right? So for me, right, I'm on the 15-minute. Let's say I saw this happening here, right? We've rejected off the 200 once. We're going up. I think we're going to reject off the 200-day again. So these are where my fibs are. Okay. I draw it from here. This is the top. This is the bottom. And what ends up happening is we're going up. We hit the 200, we reject. Then we kind of go up through. We hit this fib line, we reject. We're hitting this fib line / golden zone, and then die, right? Now, had I been expecting, had I wanted to play this up, right? If I wanted to play this up, I could have seen this rejection off the VWAP and said, this is my bottom and this is my top, and drawn it like that. And then I could have played every fib line upwards until we rejected here and went down here, and then I would have said, okay, this isn't respecting my stuff anymore, let me go ahead and get out and flip it and reverse it to the downward side. So you can use it either way, it doesn't matter. You just have to play whatever bias it is that you've put on that chart is how you need to play those fibs. So if you draw it downwards, right, if you draw it from here down, you shouldn't be playing the fib crosses up. You should only be playing the fib crosses down. And vice versa, if you draw it from the bottom up so that you're playing for calls, right? If you draw it for there, vice versa, you should only be playing the crosses up, not these crosses down. Am I live on TikTok every day? I try to be, but I do have a life, a son, etc. I run a Discord group as well. I do one-on-ones and stuff like that throughout the day. So a lot of times, I will admit I am not extremely consistent with that. But if you subscribe or whatever, you should get a kind of alert when I do go. And I usually do go, if I am going live, it's around 10 to 10:30 a.m. or 1 to 2 p.m. during the day. And then in the evening, it's between 8 and 10 p.m. And I'll go live for just a little while and kind of show you guys what I'm doing, or how, answer questions or whatever. So just to clear anything up, my Discord is not free. It's $15 a month. Cheap, but also, again, to weed out people who aren't serious and want to waste time and stuff like that. But if you want to join the Discord, I appreciate you, first of all. And second of all, if you are on mobile and you go to my profile, you'll notice there's a link there that you can click. If you click that link and you pay the little subscription, you can then be in the Discord group, and we can help you out as much as you'd like. And thank you for the rose, sir. Hill Wing Chun. I want to make sure I say that right. I appreciate y'all. And just so y'all know what I look like, I'm sure oh, that's what's up. I'm glad you did $1,100 today. I did what was it? Let me see. I did 780 something today. 779 today. Yesterday I did 1,000, and the day before I did 1,000 as well. I'm happy to hear that you are being super successful. That's great. If what I'm doing is helping you, I'm happy to hear that. If this is the first time you're finding me, I hope that the stuff that I'm showing you here today helps you make 2,000 tomorrow. or tonight even. And again, I appreciate y'all for all the likes and the follows and the rows and everything like that y'all are doing. And if you join the Discord, I appreciate you there as well. But again, don't feel like you need to. I'm gonna be live here as often as I can. I post videos as often as I can. If you have a question, just ask it. I'll try and answer it as soon as I can. If you want to do a one-on-one, you can always email me. The email is also in the profile if you click my profile. And we can do that as well. It doesn't matter. I'm here for you guys. I want to help y'all. So, let me know what y'all might need. I'm going to hop off of here now, though. I feel like I've made decent money. What do you want to see about the Discord? Do you want to see the Discord, or do you want the link to the Discord? Because I can only like show you like this is the name of it if you want to try and look it up. Let me look for the actual link. Jesus, I don't even know where it's at. Oh, here it is. If you want to type this in to your browser, you can also type that into your browser, and you can get it that way. But again, don't feel obligated to join at all. I don't mind if you don't join. I'm still going to produce free stuff here and on YouTube, which I record everything on and put everything onto YouTube, by the way. If you are just joining, this is the YouTube channel. I put everything that I record on YouTube. So, yeah. Don't feel obligated to join if you don't want to. It's only $15 a month, but I know $15 is $15, so if you want to join, I appreciate you. If not, don't worry about it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, guys. Like I said, we made an extra $500 today together in about 30 minutes. And then I've just kind of been answering questions and talking to you guys about whatever it is that you've been asking since. On Discord, do we watch for signals there? So before I go, I will explain the Discord for anyone who wants to join in. So we do have, call outs and whatnot. So all right, we have some that we post on a daily basis, but that's not necessarily the goal of the group. The goal is to teach you how to do them yourself. So a lot of these, you'll see, like what we'll do is we'll go live in here, and you'll see a lot of us like talking in this chat right here in particular, where we're kind of guiding each other and collaborating and showing each other like what we're looking for, right? We have videos that we've made on certain things that we've posted within here that you can only get within here. We do have also other like alerts that I've programmed. So I have actual alerts in here, signals in here that automatically come in that you can use and be successful with on a pretty average basis. But yeah, we do stuff like that. Like the goal is to answer your questions, collaborate with each other, help you grow as a trader, help you learn how to fish versus, just provide you fish, right? And no, the Discord isn't free. It's $15 a month, but I'm not trying to get you to join it. He was just asking a question. I wanted to answer it for him. But yeah, we do call outs, just not like our main focus, if that makes sense. Like, so we might go a couple days without call outs sometimes, or a few days without call outs. So like, don't think that there's going to be 5-10 different alerts a day call outs, from me or something like that. That's kind of my point. I'm more there to guide you and kind of continue to do things like this, but be more accessible to you via the chat and everything. Like, if someone adds me in there, I'm in there, I'm there to answer your questions at any time. So this is on TradingView. the base of it is my EMA strategy, the 209 and 21 day EMAs. Then I added VWAP. I've added ADR and ATR, DTR, and then fibs and harmonic patterns. So it's kind of like an onion of a system, right? Like I've added layers. I had a system that worked already, and I added a layer to it that made it a little bit better, and I added another layer to it that made it a little bit better, and so on. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get off, guys. I appreciate y'all joining. It was a good session, and I'll try and be on again tonight around 10:30 p.m. somewhere around there, and hopefully we can trade a little bit more, make another $500, and make some money together. All right, and answer some questions and make you guys happy. And so appreciate y'all. You'll have a good evening until I see you later. All right.